Would you like to see football wherever you are in the world?
With NordVPN, you can get premium protection online and set your location so you never miss a minute of the content you usually enjoy.
Go to nordvpn.com/TSUW to get 72% off a 2-year plan plus 3 additional months absolutely free. Hello, is it a preview you're looking for? Well, I'm here. So is Hal. Welcome to the preview.
Wow, okay, we're getting singing, are we? All right, well, I'm looking forward to this game, Nick, because we are back. You and I are back doing a watch-along. It's been a little while since we both did one together, and the game is on TV. That's why we're doing it. It's on Sky Sports Football from 12 p.m. UK time for a 12:30 kickoff, and our watch-along starts on this channel at 12 p.m.
Abso-flipping-lutely. And the game that we're doing a watch-along for and doing a preview for right now, Hull City versus Sheffield United on Sky Sports Football at 12:30 at the MKM Stadium, a.k.a. the 𝐍𝐸𝐽𝐝 Stadium, a.k.a. the KC Stadium, a.k.a. the stadium with 1,000 names, Hal.
I didn't know about. I only thought it was called the 𝐍𝐸𝐽𝐝. And the referee for this encounter, if you're ready to sigh, there we go.
You have to tell me who it is. I'm sick of them.
Northamptonshire's finest, Dean Whitestone.
Dean Whitestone. If I've heard that name a million times before, bloody hell, sick of him. Any stats on him? Has he done any United matches?
Yeah, so I looked that up. I always do, and I couldn't find a single one. So I think this is his first ever Blades game.
Well, he better be good.
Well, let's find out tomorrow.
We've had a lot that aren't very good. Anyway, before we get into it, we'll pop up on screen the members. We've lost one member, Hal.
You're kidding.
Last time. I think it was you and Adam on the watch along.
I did do a big push for members because obviously we've got the members, and we love each and every one of you, and the freeloaders, and that's how we like to think of everyone that's watching this channel. So the members, they help us to pay all our running costs, and then the rest of you, the disgraceful freeloaders.
Scum.
Yeah, basic scum, yeah.
Just basic scum, yeah. Anyway, shall we go into the video finally? Shall we get into the video?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. So, actually, before we get into it, if Sheffield United ever change their name of the stadium, I'm going to cry for 1,000 years. You can change the stand names because some people still call it the HFS Loan Stand, the Labour Stand, the whatever. It's not changing. Bramall Lane is never changing. All right? All right? All right. So, hello there, people. My name is Nick, and I'm going to quickly talk to you about the last game. Like I say, as always, it's going to be a really, really quick run through. Sheffield United 2, Preston 2, conceded in the dying embers of the game. Mr. Jack Robinson made a little bit of an error, like he has done in a few games this season. We'll get on to talking about him very soon. But yeah, a very, very poor goal to concede right at the end of the game. We played all right. We didn't play as good as we did against Peterborough, but we do think that that's because Preston, better team, you've got to say, aren't you? Preston created a few chances, but I thought we were the better team overall. Possibly could have been a Preston win, could have been a draw, could have been a Blades win. It was one of those games, and to be honest, draw might have been what you'd expect from this game because, like I say, there's a lot of similar sort of chances. Anyway, let's move on. Let's get away from that because we don't want to be talking about us conceding another goal, another late goal, should I say. So, Hal, last time out, when was it and what happened?
Last time out was the 22nd of April 2019, a 3-0 win for United. David McGoldrick was left unmarked to powerfully head in John Fleck's outswinging corner to give the Blades an early lead against Hull, and the Republic of Ireland international doubled his advantage and our advantage with a stunning 25-yard effort. That was midway through the first half, and Enda Stevens headed in George Bulldog's cross, a bit of fullback to fullback switching or wing-back. And that was 3 minutes before half-time. So it was all she wrote in that first half. And when you look at it, the Blades actually have an 8-5 advantage with 3 draws from 16 previous matches against Hull. So 8 wins, 5 defeats, 3 draws. That's a good record. We've won I think we won the previous 3 meetings as well. So it does bode well. We've had good recent previous against Hull, but you were mentioning looking a little shaky against Preston. I think, Nick, switching from a back five to a back four was always going to weaken us defensively, especially with all our centre-backs used to playing in a three. Ben Davies probably the only one who's used to regularly playing in a four, and he's out.
Yeah, he is out. Shall we go straight into the team news then? Like Hal's just said, Ben Davies is unfortunately out. I think we were all expecting him to come into this game because, like I've said, Jack Robinson's made a fair few mistakes recently. And the most recent one being that poor one against Preston in the last minute of the game. Ben Davies is out with a baby cow injury. A calf injury, you could call it. Also, did say the same, baby cow injury, calf injury. I'm not quite sure whether Slav said much. I've not heard him say anything about Didsey. I would like to see Didsey at least back on the bench because I do think he makes things happen. And I thought he could have done something if it had come on in that game if he was fit against Preston. But yeah, we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer to see Didsey. I'll talk about Jayden Bogle just for a second. Who knows if he's going to be playing or not, but Slav embarrassed the living hell out of him by telling everybody that he's got diarrhea. Bless him. Bless him. No one wants anyone to tell anyone that somebody's got diarrhea, but he did it. And really, would you go and say, Slav, come on, don't tell people that I got diarrhea? Because I certainly wouldn't. Enda Stevens and Mousse keep grouping them together because they're both kind of back training now, and they both were kind of 4 weeks away, 3 weeks away, 2 weeks away. So both back training. We're expecting them both back quite soonish, I would have thought, maybe in the next week or two. And finally, Ben Osborne back available. Everybody said that he was ill, so hopefully he's a lot better, and we will see him in this game. Hal, I know you're dying to see Ben Osborne.
I'll tell you one thing I'm dying to see. This is a song, Nick, that we're going to share with you, from Bernard Cowins, who's written a tune for 𝐍𝐸𝐿𝐸𝐷𝐸.
And I will score 500 goals, and I will score 500 more, just to be the man who scores 1,000 miles and scores at Slav's door. Sheffield United! Sheffield United! Sheffield United! Sheffield United! Sheffield United! Sheffield United! I will score 500 goals, and I will score 500 more, just to be the man who scores 1,000 goals and falls down at Slav's door. Sheffield United! Sheffield United! Sheffield United!
There you go.
I love it. I love it. It is one of, if not the best songs ever written. They have actually changed some of the lyrics, so it's now "and I will score 500 more, just to be the man who scores 1,000 goals and wins the Ballon d'Or." So if you want to get that in your noggin for Hull, if you're going, I want to hear that on the terraces / plastic seating.
And maybe also on T-shirts coming soon.
Yeah, we need to do some merch, honestly, mate. And also, I want to take a moment to praise our scouting department, who quite rightly, in my opinion, have taken some flack over a number of transfers. And you can hear my considered view on Sheffield United transfers in our video, Why Sheffield United Were Relegated from the Premier League. But Paul Mitchell, Nick, deserves praise for discovering 𝐍𝐸𝐸𝐷𝐸.
Yeah, absolutely. What a player he is. And there's no way that he is going to get cramp again, is there? Not three games in a row. Not 3 games in a row.
Instead, let's pretend I never said that, and let's move straight on to our opposition 11. So Hull haven't scored a league goal since netting 4, quick maths, on the opening day, not scored in 6 games, and have got 2 points from those 6. So Hull have failed to score in 6 league games. Now, here's the ominous bit. They've never failed to score in 7 games. They average 0.82 XG per game. This is the 19th worst in the league. They also struggle to keep them out, despite actually having a good keeper in Ingram. They have conceded 9 goals in 7 league games. They play a 4-2-3-1. Alfie Jones, who missed the last 4 games with a thigh injury, still a doubt, as is George Honeyman. Manchester United loanee Deshaun Bernard has performed well at centre-back in recent weeks, and the 20-year-old is set to keep his place alongside Jacob Greaves. The danger men, you've got pacey winger Keane Lewis Potter, the man with 3 surnames, and also look out for right winger Malik Wilkes. I'm saying then Ingram, Coyle, Bernard, Greaves, Elder, Smallwood, Smith, Lewis Potter, Moncur, Wilkes, and Josh McGuinness, the former goalkeeper, who's now playing up front.
Where is Jared Bowen? And
yes, exactly.
Where's 𝐍𝐸𝐽𝐝?
Where are all these people? Where have they disappeared to? So that's what we think Hull are going to do. Nick, what do you think the Blades are going to do?
I'm going to bring it up on screen right now, Hal. I'm glad you asked. So we've got Olsen in the net again. We don't think he's going to replace him after that misjudgment, shall we say. I was listening to Blades Pod and they went on about saying that Olsen, if that wasn't Olsen, if that was Wes, or if that was Ramsdale or Verrips, they would have got absolutely lynched for that. But we do let Olsen off because it's his first game. He came straight into the team, even though, he's not had too many days training with him. But he also pulled off some good saves too. So we're expecting Olsen to start in goal. Baldock, right back. I've gone Basham, right centre-back, and then Egan, left centre-back, because even though Egan is not a right-footed player, or not a left-footed player, or Basham isn't a left-footed player, Egan can certainly play at left-hand side of centre-back, as is shown for Ireland. So I just want to see Basham in there because I don't trust Jack Robinson enough to play in a 2 or in a 3 or in a 20, actually. So we'll go on to the left-back, which is Reece Norrington-Davies. Not his best game for me. Got caught out for the first goal against Preston, and defensively just looked a bit shaky. Every cross hit the first man or just wasn't good enough. I've gone with Sanderberger and Fleck in defensive midfield, even though Sanderberger came on and had a really good game going forward. Really great move from Slav to bring him on. He first put him on the left and then moved him to the right. But he obviously scored that goal on the right-hand side. So, I've gone for a more defensive position, and really Norwood will probably start there. But this is my preferred 11. Norwood did have a half-decent game against Preston. I'd just like to see Berger, Fleck, Osborne, and Gibbs-White and Sharp, really, because they were absolutely phenomenal, everyone except for Berger, against Peterborough. I'd like to see it again. Hopefully, Njai, I'm going to say it right this time, he won't suffer with any sort of cramp this time. He's getting more and more game time, so fingers crossed we can get him through 90 minutes, because I think we'll all like to see that. Same with Gibbs-White. I'm expecting to see him for the full 90 again, because he was instrumental in that second goal that we scored against Preston. Ozzy coming back straight back into the team. Freeman had an okay game, but Ozzy was absolutely phenomenal against Peterborough. So I'm expecting Ozzy to come back in there. And then Billy Sharp. Can he keep on playing 90 minutes every single game? We'll have to wait and see. But there's an abundance of strikers that could play where Sharp's playing. Maybe not quite as good, but McBurney could go on, could start up top. Brewster could start up top. We'll just have to wait and see. I'd like to see Billy Sharp up there. Hal, what about you?
If I was Slav, I'd go, right, we've got 6 strikers at the club. Let's play 1 up front. It's just a problem for 5 others. I'm going to shock you. I like that lineup, but I actually think Ndai, unfortunately, might be rested, even though that song's going to be sung right throughout. I just think with the cramp in 2 games out of 2, it's possible he could be rested. Berger played maybe further up from the start. Norwood, I think, will still play.
Yeah, I think Norwood will play as well, to be honest. That's my preferred 11. I think that maybe not for tomorrow, maybe just going forward. But it's a really exciting team anyway. So let's move on, shall we, Hal?
Let me shock you. I'm going to give you a score prediction with a Blades win. 1-0, Billy Sharp.
Wait a second. You're saying that we're not going to concede a goal?
I know. And I'm saying we're going to win, which I haven't done for a while. So nail it on. Get your... Actually, I'm not going to advocate betting, but maybe have a gentleman's bet with someone that we are now going to win, because I've said it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going 3-0. Just because the last time we went to Hull, it was a great day out. We won 3-0. We were 3-0 up at half time. It was absolutely phenomenal. I was sat on the front row and got an elbow in the head when we scored our first goal. That was fun. Hull have been terrible recently. Can't score a goal for Toffee, which obviously means it's definitely not going to finish 3-0 to us. They're probably going to score. And probably heads say more kind of 2-1, 3-1 to us. We're not going to. There's no clean sheets happening.
If they do score and we win, I hope we win, let's say 3-1, and Tyler Smith gets their goal.
No. What? No.
He's a blade.
He don't play for us anymore.
He'll play for us again. You wait.
All right, then, Mr. And Dai's never going to get cramp again. Let's move on to player connection, shall we, Hal?
Yeah, I'm just giving you one.
Stop rolling your eyes. Stop rolling your eyes.
I'll give you another one. Regan Slater, who is definitely not going to be involved tomorrow, but he played for Hull very successfully. Hull fans that I know say he was exceptional for them when he finally got in the team. And he staked his claim after initially struggling. When he got in, he played well. Regan Slater is a player that is not really going to get a look in this season, as we appear to have seen it. He's always going to be remembered for, I think it was that tackle at Ipswich in that away game in the Cup that I seem to recall. Also, he played for Carlisle on loan, Scunthorpe, and he's a central midfielder who is the perfect average height for a man of 5'8".
Yeah. All right. Just get that one in. Also, he said when he signed for Hull, they asked him, "What do you know about Hull?" And he said, "I don't know much about Hull, but I know that they stopped Sheffield Wednesday from going to the Premier League, so that will do for me."
And it'll do for me.
That'll do for us as well, won't it?
Absolutely, saying that.
Yeah. Next one, Harry Maguire. I don't know what he's doing right now. I know he don't play for Hull anymore because he wasn't in that team that you just said, Hal, but he must be playing football somewhere, mustn't he? Harry Maguire, 134 appearances for the Blades, only 9 goals. Actually, I thought he'd got more than that because he seemed to always score from corners. Absolutely dominant, and he's still dominant for Man United in the air. 54 games for Hull, only 2 goals for them, and obviously Hull did really, really well selling into Leicester, and Leicester did even better selling him for Man United. So this bloke has cost about 400 million over his career. I'm sure he has. But I think Man United will be his last club. But yeah, what a player. He came through the Blades Academy. He's played 39 times for England, scored 5 goals for England in 39 appearances. How good is that? What a player Harry Maguire has turned out to be. Do you know what? I knew that he was going to be a good player, but I did not know how high he would go because I thought, turning like a bus, he's going to get absolutely murdered in the Premier League. And do you know what? Yeah, occasionally it does get done. But yeah, what a career he's had up to now.
I'm going to give you King Keith Edwards, absolutely incredible, prolific goal scorer, had 2 spells with the Blades. He scored 171 goals in 293 appearances. He was the highest scoring player in a division twice, which is just an amazing thing to have achieved. Also represented Hull, so it was Blades, Hull, Blades, then Hull again after spells at Leeds and Aberdeen. In total, 553 league appearances, 256 goals for Keith Edwards. What a player.
What a player indeed. And when you said King Keith, I thought Keith Gillespie.
As if. He's a good player, but Keith Edwards, come along.
Let's not talk about any of the goals that he scored, because in comparison to that hair, they mean nothing, Hal. Look at that.
The hair alone is worth a hat-trick. By the way, pop your player connections in the comments. We know others. We haven't forgotten anyone, like people often say. We deliberately leave them for you now. So there's loads more. Pop them in the comments. And also, if you're watching this later, let us know your score predictions.
Yeah, there's one more for me as well, Hal. Dean Windass. Man like Dean Windass. Do you know, the one thing that I remember from him so much, it wasn't a goal that he scored. It was getting the ball blasted at his head from about 3 inches. He went to the ground, absolutely poleaxed, and then jumped back up, rubbed his head, and carried on running. And anybody else would have been down for about a week. What a lad. He had a brilliant career at Hull, obviously scored that amazing goal in the playoff final. And do you know what? I think a lot of people, even though he only played 16 games. I nearly said 18. It looked like 16 games. He only scored 3 goals. He was phenomenal for us. I remember him in the back end of that triple assault season. Just such a great striker in every way, shape, and form. He didn't need the goals. He was great at everything else. Tiny lad, bit like Billy Sharp, tiny but stocky and strong. Didn't get knocked off the ball too easily. And yeah, and nowadays, have you got him on Twitter?
I have, yeah. He's a great follow.
Yeah, it's what is it? Bed med, pillars on top.
Yeah, yeah, it's great. It seems like a decent fellow. I'd love to get him on one day.
Oh, that'd be amazing. I think he's in too much high demand, isn't he?
Probably.
Yeah, absolute legend. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. We're going to leave it there. Thank you, Health, being here as always.
Looking forward to being back tomorrow for the watch along on this channel, 12 p.m.
Yep. See you there. Bye. Bye.